I'm Shailaja Shankar. So let's start at the top, Gary. How do you think the connected lives have changed for consumers over the last decade?
Wow, there are so many facets of this, Shayla. Think about just mobile phones. 10 years ago, people were using feature phones. Today, when you look at the devices we use, they have these rich computing environments. They're banking, they're shopping, they're socializing, they're immersed in their mobile devices now. That's a major change over the past 10 years. Look at connected things in the home, anywhere. Today, we connect roughly 4,800 new devices every minute of every day.
Fascinating.
It is. Well, but that's today. Think about it. In 5 years, we're going to be connecting 152,000 devices every minute of every day. And those devices are going to be going into our homes, into our automobiles, into our critical infrastructure, and they're going to touch every part of what we do. So connected things is going to be huge. And then just in the past couple years, look at what's happened with voice assistants. You look at what's coming into our home. We have all these devices we talk to. They do things for us. They turn on lights. They play music for us. So much has changed. And on one hand, it's a wonderful thing to see. But on the other hand, there's a little bit of a risk associated with all these devices. So Shayla, we talked a little bit about how many connected devices we're seeing today. What are you seeing? How does this affect Shayla and your home life and just in general?
I can't imagine myself stepping out of the home without my mobile device in my hand. I am constantly checking my social feeds, and I'm constantly checking what's happening outside in the real world. And I'm also checking on my family, where they are and what they might be doing. That is the lifestyle of an average consumer today. Our lives are mobile assisted, and they are evolving to a state where they will be mobile enabled. So all these connected devices have simplified our lives, and they have given us enormous convenience and comfort. But we have to be mindful of the security threats that these devices pose as well. How do you see the threat landscape evolving as the digital lifestyles of consumer is evolving?
The challenge we have today is most of these device manufacturers are really solving for time to market and convenience. They're really not thinking about how do we build the most secure device. And then when you think about it, especially from a consumer mindset, the consumers are bringing it into their home, and they're putting it in their home thinking, I just want to take advantage of the service. I don't necessarily care or think about what I want to do to keep this device and my family safe. So that's the big challenge we see today is all these devices are going in the home. We're using these and we're sharing a bunch of information, private information about our families and our lives. And it's getting out there in such a way that's going to be really difficult to secure it if we don't be mindful about some of those concerns. So one final thing, Shayla, cyber criminals love the idea of all these devices going into the home. They know they're relatively unprotected and that the consumer's not really doing much to safeguard those. So they're looking at those for a lot of different use cases. One is, hey, how can I use this to perhaps do cryptojacking? How can I use this to help me create a botnet? So they're looking at all these devices and trying to determine what devices can I access and how can I put my stuff on those to do bad things.
What we constantly hear from our consumers is that they're worried about data and their privacy leaking out of their home as their home becomes more connected home.
Yeah, they're not going to stop connecting. They're not going to stop bringing these digital assistants in and these light bulbs, but there's a wariness from consumers that, hey, I understand that they may not be the most secure devices in the world. Help me make these more secure. And a lot of times they're asking us to help them do that.
That's where we come in. We understand the consumer lives are complex. We understand consumers are leading a busy life, and we want to make sure that we provide a security blanket around every digital interaction that they have.
So we're going to be really, really good at making sure we're making a usable product that's simple to do, that's showing value to our customers, and it's looking at their entire digital life. We're just not thinking about that PC anymore. We're looking at that mobile phone, that connected thing, their automobile, all these digital interactions they're doing throughout the day. We're going to be there to make sure those are as safe as they can possibly be.
We want them to embrace that new smart device with confidence.